Ibobi Singh ji, Gaikangam ji, Tien Huakip ji, Dr. Menya Singh ji, Phangso Baite ji, Charles Pingope ji, Victor Keshing ji, MLAs, party leaders, workers, NSUI, Youth Congress, Mahila Congress, Seva Dal workers, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome all of you here today and thank you for coming to listen to me. I had a wonderful interaction with Manipur's youngsters. I was very happy to see the brilliant students of this state. Today, India is faced with a job crisis. Every parent is asking the question, is my son or daughter going to be able to get a job in today's India? The Prime Minister, he promised this country that every year he will give 2 crore youngsters a job. Huge promise. Every year I will give 2 crore jobs to India's youngsters. He's been in power for 5 years. And this morning, the job statistics have come out. And I would like to tell you exactly what Mr. Narendra Modi has done for the youngsters of this country. Brothers and sisters, in 2018, the Narendra Modi government destroyed 1 crore jobs in India. They did not create a single job. They destroyed 1 crore jobs across the country. Let me put it differently. Every single day of 2018, Mr. Narendra Modi destroyed 30,000 jobs in India. This is the scale of his incompetence. 30,000 jobs every day in 2018 were destroyed by the Prime Minister of India. Can you imagine? I mean, it is so absurd. It is so ridiculous that our Prime Minister makes statements about giving 2 crore jobs to India. And the truth is, every day in the last year, the Prime Minister destroyed 30,000 jobs. He got up one morning some time back and he decided he wants to demonetize the 500 and the 1,000 rupee note. 8 बजे रात को कहते हैं मुझे 500 रुपए का 1000 रुपए का नोट अच्छा नहीं लगा. मजाक बना रखा है. मैं 500 रुपए के 1000 रुपए के नोट को रद्दी कर रहा हूं और हिंदुस्तान के छोटे दुकानदारों का, स्मॉल एंड मीडियम बिजनेसेस को नष्ट कर दिया, खत्म कर दिया, बर्बाद कर दिया. हंसते हुए करते हैं, मजा लेते हैं. लोगों की जिंदगी बर्बाद हो रही है, परिवार नष्ट हो रहे हैं. हमारे प्रधानमंत्री पता नहीं कौन सी दुनिया में है, हंस हंस के मतलब नए नए वायदे करते रहते हैं. भाइयों और बहनों, 2018 में हर रोज नरेंद्र मोदी की सरकार ने 30,000 रोजगार खत्म किए, नष्ट किए. हिंदुस्तान की सच्चाई है. He comes to Manipur and then insults your culture, insults your language, insults your history. His president says that I will ensure that the Citizen Amendment Bill is imposed on the people of the Northeast, on the people of Manipur. You have a history, you have a culture, you have a language. And these people are attacking your culture, attacking your history, attacking your language, attacking your way of life. I want to commit to you from this stage. We defended the Northeast in the Rajya Sabha. We did not allow the Citizen Amendment Bill to be passed. And I am committing to you over here. And I am committing to you over here, to every student, every youngster of the Northeast. The Congress party is going to defend your culture. It is going to defend your language. It is going to defend your history. We are not going to allow the Citizen Amendment Bill to be passed. Who do these people think they are? They think they own the country. They think one idea is going to be imposed on the whole country. Who has given them this right? Who do they think they are? They're going to erase the history and the culture of Manipur? Never. How dare they even try? They do not understand what this nation is. They do not understand that every state has a voice. Every state has a history. Every state has a passion. India is all these states put together. India is not one idea that you impose from on top. India is not Nagpur. He comes here. I mean, imagine the ridiculousness of the man. It's a joke. He comes here. Manmohan Singh ji has a strategy. It's called the Look East policy. Connecting the Northeast to Asia. Connecting the Northeast to the rest of the country. Infrastructure, universities, colleges, roads, communication. And then making Northeast the bridge between India and Asia. Imagine the vision. Making Manipur the bridge, global bridge between Asia and India. And what does he do? He comes here. Somebody wrote in his speech, don't say look east, say act east. So he comes and he says act east. It is not look east, it is act east. अरे भाई उसके बाद एक्शन क्या किया आपने? एक्शन मैं आपको बताता हूं. हमने कहा था कि मणिपुर को, नॉर्थ ईस्ट स्टेट्स को स्पेशल स्टेटस की जरूरत है. इट इज ए यूनिक पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री. इट हैज इट्स यूनिक चैलेंजेस. इट हैज इट्स यूनिक डिफिकल्टीज. एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट हैज टू बी गिवन स्पेशल स्टेटस. वी गेव इट टू यू. In Mr. Narendra Modi's Act East policy, he snatches special status from you. Takes away what is yours. We gave you an industrial policy dedicated for the Northeast. He revokes it, takes it away. So no, Northeast does not need any industrial policy. Northeast does not need any special status. They impose on Manipur University. They impose a vice chancellor. Knows nothing about education. Completely mediocre man. Incompetent man. They impose him on you. Why? Because he knows how to put on shorts and hold a lathi. He knows to go to a shakha in the morning and he knows how to spread hatred. That is the qualification of a vice chancellor in India today. He needs to know how to wear shorts, he needs to know how to hold a lathi, and he needs to know how to create hatred. That is not how you run an education system. I'm glad that the people of Manipur has stood up against that man and removed him. I'm glad that the courts of Manipur have removed that man. Every single education institution in the country today, there is only one qualification. You don't need to know science. You don't need to know economics. You don't need to know history, geography, nothing. As long as you know how to put on a pair of shorts, hold a lathi in your hand, and spread hatred in the country, you can be the vice chancellor of any university you want. Is this the India we want? No. Supreme Court judges come out. They come to the press and say, we are not allowed to work. हमें काम नहीं करने दे रहे हैं. In the next breath, they say, we are not being allowed to investigate Judge Loya. BJP President Amit Shah, who makes all these statements about citizen bill, he's got a murder charge against him. Imagine the status. The president of the BJP, murder charge. Proudly they send him around the country. He's got a murder charge against him. Judges of the Supreme Court have said we are not allowed to do anything. Normally, public goes to the judges and says, give us justice. And today in India, the Supreme Court is coming to the public through the press and saying, please, people of India, give us justice. We are not getting justice. This is Narendra Modi's governance. जहां भी जाते हैं, किसान को वायदा करेंगे, हम आपको सही दाम दिलवाएंगे, आपका कर्जा माफ करेंगे, आपको बोनस देंगे. 3.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 15 लोगों का कर्जा माफ किया है. अनिल अंबानी 45,000 crore rupees he owes the Indian banking system. His brother had to save him from going to jail. Brother had to pay to stop him from going to jail because he cannot pay his debts. And that is the man that Narendra Modi chooses to give the biggest defense contract in the world, to give India security to a thief. A man who cannot pay his own bank loans, who's owed 45,000 crores, who owes 45,000 crores to the Indian banking system. Narendra Modi gives him the Rafale contract. 526 करोड़ का हवाई जहाज 1600 करोड़ रुपए में खरीदवाया. हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिकल लिमिटेड से कॉन्ट्रैक्ट छीना, अनिल अंबानी को दिया. डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री की फाइल में लिखा है, हिंदू अखबार में आया, हिंदुस्तान का चौकीदार चोर है, लिखा हुआ है उसमें. 30,000 करोड़ रुपए, भाई और बहनों, 30,000 करोड़ रुपए एयरफोर्स का पैसा नरेंद्र मोदी ने उसको दिया. यहां यूनिवर्सिटी बन सकती थी. उस पैसे से आपको स्पेशल स्टेटस मिल जाता, मगर ना, नॉर्थ ईस्ट से स्पेशल स्टेटस छीनेंगे, इंडस्ट्रियल पॉलिसी आपसे छीनेंगे, अनिल अंबानी को 30,000 करोड़ रुपए देंगे. डिफेंस मिनिस्ट्री के लोगों ने साफ कहा, नरेंद्र मोदी पैरेलल नेगोशिएशन किया है. फ्रांस का राष्ट्रपति कहता है कि हिंदुस्तान का प्रधानमंत्री मेरे पास आया, उसने कहा कि हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिकल लिमिटेड को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट मत देना, हिंदुस्तान में हवाई जहाज नहीं बनाना, अनिल अंबानी को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट देना. प्रधानमंत्री ने फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति को यह बातें कही. फ्रांस का राष्ट्रपति कहता है हिंदुस्तान का चौकीदार चोर है. मतलब पूरी दुनिया कह रही है हिंदुस्तान का चौकीदार चोर है. चौकीदार क्या करता है? कहता है, हिंदुस्तान से कहता है हम सब चौकीदार. मोदी जी, जब आप प्रधानमंत्री बने थे आपने यह नहीं कहा था कि पूरा देश चौकीदार है। आपने कहा था कि आप प्रधानमंत्री बनेंगे और चौकीदार बनना चाहते हैं। आपने चोरी करी। आपने 30,000 करोड़ रुपए अनिल अंबानी को दिए, 35,000 करोड़ रुपए मेहुल चोकसी लेके भाग गया, नीरव मोदी लेके भाग गया, विजय माल्या 10,000 करोड़ रुपए लेके गया। आपने इनके बारे में क्या किया? जनता को आपने लाइन में खड़ा कर दिया नोटबंदी में। बैंक के सामने आप सब खड़े हुए। हमारी जो माताएं बहनें आई हैं मणिपुर से, आप सबको लाइन में खड़ा किया। मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूं, नोटबंदी के समय जब आप सब लाइन बैंक के सामने लाइन में खड़े थे, उस लाइन में आपने अनिल अंबानी देखा, मेहुल चोकसी देखा, नीरव मोदी देखा, ललित मोदी देखा? नहीं, ईमानदार लोग देखे आपने। नरेंद्र मोदी ने आपको लाइन में खड़ा किया और हिंदुस्तान के सबसे बड़े चोरों का काला धन, आपका पैसा चोरी करके उन्होंने सफेद करा। आप किसी भी छोटे दुकानदार के पास चले जाइए, उससे पूछिए जीएसटी के बारे में। यह जीएसटी नहीं है, यह गब्बर सिंह टैक्स है। यह चोरी करने का तरीका है। छोटे दुकानदारों से, छोटे बिजनेस वालों से, मिडिल साइज बिजनेस वालों से जीएसटी को इस्तेमाल करके नरेंद्र मोदी पैसे चोरी करता है और आपका पैसा नीरव मोदी जैसे लोगों को, मेहुल चोकसी जैसे लोगों को, अनिल अंबानी जैसे लोगों को देता है। दो हिंदुस्तान बनाना चाहते हैं, एक अनिल अंबानी, नीरव मोदी, मेहुल चोकसी, नरेंद्र मोदी वाला, दूसरा किसानों का, मजदूरों का, मणिपुर की जनता का, युवाओं का, स्टूडेंट्स का। हम दो हिंदुस्तान नहीं बनने देंगे। हमें एक हिंदुस्तान चाहिए, हमें दो हिंदुस्तान नहीं चाहिए। अगर उनके बच्चे कॉलेज और यूनिवर्सिटी में जा सकते हैं तो मणिपुर के गरीब से गरीब परिवारों के भी बच्चे स्कूल और यूनिवर्सिटी में जाएंगे। अगर उनके बच्चे, उनके माता पिता इलाज करा सकते हैं, बेहतर से बेहतर अस्पताल में इलाज कर सकते हैं, तो मणिपुर के सब परिवार कम से कम पैसा देकर अपने बच्चों का, माता पिताओं का इलाज करा सकेंगे। हमने निर्णय ले लिया है। नरेंद्र मोदी अमीरों को पैसा देता है, हम हिंदुस्तान के गरीबों को पैसा देंगे। हमने निर्णय ले लिया है कि मिनिमम इनकम गारंटी हम हिंदुस्तान के हर युवा को, हर नागरिक को देंगे। मतलब कम से कम आमदनी हिंदुस्तान के हर नागरिक के बैंक अकाउंट में हिंदुस्तान की सरकार हर महीने डाल देगी। एक मिनिमम इनकम लाइन तय की जाएगी, इतने रुपए की मिनिमम इनकम लाइन होगी। जो भी उसके नीचे है उन सब के बैंक अकाउंट में डायरेक्ट पैसा डालकर उनको मिनिमम इनकम लाइन से ऊपर लाया जाएगा। ऐतिहासिक निर्णय है, revolutionary decision. First time such a decision has been taken by any country, that every single poor person will be given money directly in his bank account. And I am committing to you here today that the moment we come to power, special status to the Northeast will be reinstated. You will get it back. I am committing to you here again that the special industrial policy for the Northeast that was snatched away from you is going to be given back to you. And I am committing that nobody, not the Prime Minister of India, not the murder accused Anil Shah, not anybody is going to be allowed to touch the culture, the language, the history of Manipur. Nagpur is never, ever going to rule Manipur. The Congress Party will stand with you. We will ensure that Citizen Amendment Bill does not become law. We will fight it. We will fight it in the Rajya Sabha, in the Lok Sabha. And if we have to fight it, we will fight it on the streets with you. But we are never going to allow this. We have a old relationship. It is not only a political relationship. Dil ka rishta hai hamara aapke saath. And I want you to know, whether it is in education, the best universities, the best colleges, whatever the government of India can do after 2019 when we come to power, we will do for Manipur. We will give you the best institutions, whether they are medical institutions or education institutions. And I see you as the bridge between the entire country of India and Asia. I am committed to the idea of Look East. I want to make the Look East policy a reality. I want to make Manipur and the Northeast a center for job creation, a center for manufacturing. And I want to turn it into a bridge, a historic bridge between Asia and India. This is your destiny. We are going to work to build this bridge. We will help you with infrastructure, road connectivity, airport connectivity, cell phone connectivity, and we are committed to making you the center of that bridge between Asia and India. Finally, I'd like to thank all the Congress workers. There is an ideological war going on. On one side is the RSS BJP. They want one vision for India. They want one idea to rule India. They don't want you to celebrate what is yours. They don't want you to celebrate your history, your culture, your language. They want to impose an idea on you. On the other side is the Congress Party. We believe that every single person in India should be allowed to express himself. We believe that every state is unique. Every state brings something for the country. Every trait gives something for the country. Your tremendous history, your language, all these things make up India. And we want you to express yourself. I'm aware that they have locked up a number of Manipuris simply for expressing their sentiments, simply for saying what they feel. We do not agree with this type of action. We do not believe in crushing the spirit of youngsters. We want the people of Manipur to be free to express themselves, to say what is in their heart, to say what is in their mind. This is the fight between the Congress and the BJP. And I am absolutely certain that the Congress Party is going to win this fight. Because it is in the spirit of Manipur. It is the spirit of India. India is not a hateful place. India is not a country of hatred. India is a country of love and affection, of unity. India is a country of carrying everybody together. And everybody has understood that Mr. Narendra Modi is a messenger of hatred. Mr. Narendra Modi spreads hatred in the country. Wherever he goes, he has something nasty to say. Wherever he goes, he divides people. He will say something to disturb or to hurt people's sentiments. We are absolutely committed to the people of Manipur. No one is going to be allowed to harm your culture, to harm your language, to harm your way of being. We will defend it with you. So I'd like to thank all the Congress workers for constantly fighting this fight over the last 5 years. I'm very proud of you. Every day you fight for the spirit of Manipur, you fight for the spirit of India. An election is coming. I want you to stand at the polling booth and I want you to defeat this anti-Manipur idea. This idea that is trying to subvert the people of Manipur, hurt the people of Manipur, destroy the future of Manipur. The Congress party is going to work to make sure that the people of Manipur have their sense of, have self-expression. The people of Manipur have freedom. We are going to work with you to ensure that happens. I thank all of you for coming to this meeting. It's an honor for me to speak to you. Thank you very much. Namaskar. Jai Hind.